The best part about the shutdown is that Wall Street is finally supporting the president, which means any minute now, Ted Cruz is gonna call Goldman Sachs a bunch of socialists. Welcome to another episode of Money or Die, where if you're not making money, you might as well eat green eggs and die. While the Tea Party continues the most hostile takeover of American government since Argo, President Obama and big business have become Damon and Affleck, just like this. After President Obama's panic-inducing sky-is-falling interview on CNBC, the same business leaders who've always rejected his healthcare and regulatory agenda are now rushing to embrace his "I'm not acting like a spoiled little brat and ruining everything for everyone" agenda. You see, big business has always opposed certain parts of government. Like, they've always wanted to reduce regulations, as opposed to reducing vaccines or the Department of Defense or the people at the Department of Defense who design the diseases that cripple and kill people that we need the vaccines for because they get out of control. You get the point! The feds busted Silk Road this week. Now, Silk Road is this massive online market for illegal drugs that everybody knew about. Everybody probably includes the Fed, so the fact that it was busted is not a big surprising unless you've been taking a lot of drugs from Silk Road. The great thing here from a market perspective is that the main currency of Silk Road was bitcoins. Now, bitcoins are the imaginary currency that's been so hot, and bitcoins are these tiny little things that could only be dreamed up if you're on drugs, which is why you need to go to Silk Road to get them. And now that you've been on drugs from Silk Road so long, you think it's a good idea, like all these hundreds of former Silk Road customers, to complain loudly and wonder if you're going to get your bitcoins back, because even though they were anonymous, now everybody knows that you green eggs and ham. Basically, when Silk Road's bitcoins were seized, a bunch of people went from virtual millionaires to blithering idiots, which I guess is part of the reason why they wanted to go to Silk Road in the first place. Our good friends Monsanto this week bought the Climate Corporation, a company which provides data and insurance for the farming industry. Now, while most people have tried to make this a story about how Monsanto's entering this era of big data and they're like the Billy Bean of farming, and yes, there's something with beans and Climate Corp, but let's stick to the point. The point is, it's not about data. It's about the insurance. I mean, Monsanto has been trying to wipe out every farmer that doesn't have the last name Monsanto for years. And now suddenly they're controlling their insurance. I mean, if Toyota was given control of the auto industry insurance, I'm pretty sure every car made in Detroit would have a $4 billion deductible. Of course, Monsanto denies that they're trying to control every aspect of the farmer's life. I find it hard to believe when they've applied for patents on wind, rain, whittling, cow tipping, and plowing under your cornfield in order to put in a ballpark where Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones can play with that guy who never got a chance in the big leagues, and then he gives it all up to save some girl, but he's already a ghost. Why not stick around in the afterlife as a baseball player instead of just like a family doctor? It's just pointless, and I really don't understand how farming works. This has been Jeff Kreisler with another episode of Money or Die, because if you're not making money,